This NFL Props Week 8 edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's hooking up new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with the code SGPN.
This is Jerry Glanville, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride, brother.
To the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, second the money Graham, with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Cram?
Dog. We have a lot to discuss with you, Sean.
Oh, we do.
Oh, yeah.
Joining us in studio to talk all things NFL Week 8 props. He is the laddie daddy. He is the bet detective. You know him from the Bottom Line Bombs podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. CJ Sullivan. What's happening, CJ?
What's up, fellas? I just have my my X-ray glasses on for tonight, so I can see your.
I mean, every there. I feel like they were in the back of every sports trading card magazine, and you just thought like, oh, I'll get those X-ray glasses, and then I'll be able to see through girls' clothes.
Yeah,
and then.
They don't work like that.
I don't think so.
I can see your props before, so I know which props I'm going to put out there beforehand. Maybe I might steal a couple of yours there because I can go right through glass with these, right through tables. These things see through everything. It's incredible.
I mean, the stories surrounding this Terry Rozier, Chauncey Billups gambling story are just insane, wild. I tweeted out someone had the list of all the nicknames from the Italian associates. Ryan, just some great nicknames of some all-time Italian Americans. Now, you had been giving out an Italian American of the week. Will any of these gentlemen make the Italian American of the week?
I will see. Maybe I'll have to bring it back.
Okay.
Maybe I'll have to bring it back.
What were some of the nicknames? I didn't.
Oh, I'll pull it up here.
I didn't get to that part. I was just
actually. Why don't you let CJ read off the associate?
Well, we got Nelson Alvarez, aka Spanish G. Louis.
He doesn't seem like he's eligible.
Yeah.
Amar Awadewa, aka Flapper Poker, aka Flappy. We got Matthew Dadino, aka Maddie and the Wrestler. One guy, Tony Goodson, aka Black Tony. Thomas Gilardo, aka Juice. Osmani Hati, also known as Albanian Bruce or Big Bruce.
You don't fuck with the Albanians.
Yeah.
This the best was Terry Rozier, also known as Scary Terry.
Oh my God.
And Chubb.
You sound like online poker handles. Is that what this? This is like a
yeah. There's a
poker star scandal. No, I mean it's what a story it is out there. We were told many of things.
Well, and Matt in the chat says the Terry Rozier thing was like last year. It came out. Hey, he's clearly rigging games. I mean, sportsbooks were on to this weird betting activity. Fans were like, "This guy's throwing games."
Yeah.
Then he basically didn't play the rest of the season. NBA cleared him, and he was playing last night.
NBA cleared him just like they did Tim Donaghy, just a lone wolf, nothing to see here. Move along, certainly not exposed. But then, then the FBI came and they found a whole bunch of things there.
Yeah,
things that we didn't even know could exist in this planet. The biggest headline that popped out of me, if you've watched the Bottom Line Bombs, I covered this extensively today. I mean, rigged poker games, that's not out of the norm. We've heard that many times. The local poker games, I used to do the scene, especially in Chicago. We'd be grinders, and you knew which games were kind of sketchy and which were not. But to know that I might have sat down at a table that had an X-ray machine inside of it that could read the bottom of cards is shocking to me, because I knew X-rays to
What, don't you hear like that loud?
It's not a quiet.
Hold on. No, Fat Tony wants to put on his lead apron before this hand. Any reason?
I mean, that's the thing. You know, a dentist gives you an X-ray, and him and the assistant barrel roll out of the room before they think it'd be shot.
Is it okay? This X-ray? Yeah, it's fine. I'm just gonna stand behind the lead wall. You're fine. Though. You're fine.
All of a sudden, you're playing the game and you hear that loud like
the noise. It makes a crazy loud noise.
Right.
Just bite down on this and turn to the left. Are you doing something nefarious?
Why is the dentist industry not advanced past this incredibly archaic situation?
The dealer
and then there's like a USB thing plugged into some old ass terminal.
The dealer looks a lot like my dental hygienist. That's weird.
So then they would relay the information, I guess, and they would be like, player 6 has ace king. He also might have some melanoma. He's got some spots there. We're not looking like you might want to get this checked out. I mean, did
you ever break your leg as a young kid? Yeah, how'd you know that? Nothing to see here.
Yeah, so I knew X-rays could do that. Could find things that are denser than what's around, like bone through skin.
Yeah, or
a body 6 feet underneath, buried underground. I didn't know it could pick up a 4 clubs on the other side of a paper thin card. Like a Superman X-ray, like you said, with the glasses, where you can see girls in the locker room, that kind of things. So this case is just being cracked wide open.
You mean Operation Royal Flush?
The Operation Royal Flush, nothing but
the FBI.
Nothing but bet.
Two things.
Oh, is that what they called it?
They called it nothing but net. But how did they not go with nothing but bet?
Couple notes for the FBI. One, it's like this is some weird like elementary school assembly where everyone has to gets to stand in front of the room.
Yeah,
you don't need to have 20 people standing on each side. Well, I'm just giving some notes. I'm just giving some notes.
The press conference. That's the whole. That's the joy of being in law enforcement.
I'm just giving some notes. Another note.
Yeah.
If you're gonna share the names of your internal operation names,
right.
Let's work on that.
Yeah, get a writer's room. I'm sure CJ
Operation Nothing But Net.
Yeah,
it sounds like a bad Lifetime movie.
I would love to write for these guys. I mean, the U.S. Attorney today, his press conference, he says, "My message to the defendants: your winning streak is over. You can bet on that." You can use a little juice lit up. I mean,
well, it was like, do you remember?
That's AI. That was ChatGPT.
Yeah,
there was a clip of the Chiefsaholic.
Yes,
of course. Legend Chiefsaholic. I guess there's a documentary. I gotta get around to watching it. Where he was robbing banks and he was using the money to bet on the Chiefs, and he was hitting, and it was just a crazy.
Yeah.
And he was robbing in the Chiefsaholic mask. That's how they found him.
Genius way to wash money.
Wore the jersey. Yeah, he would buy tickets, same game, nothing but Mahomes parlays and shit like that.
And they were hitting.
Yeah,
it's so awesome.
He's dedicated. That's the kind of fan I like to hear.
Yeah, I love it. Not like some crazy. Just I think Mahomes is gonna have a good year. And I'm gonna watch this money on the future. Now, the press conference by his attorney was just insane. It was like, you know, the defense is blitzing him, but we're not going to sit back and play prevent offense. We're going on the offensive, and we're going to get a first down for justice. And it was he used all these football terms, and of course, it was like a public defender who was like, "This is my moment to make a name for myself."
I love lawyers who take on cases that know they have no chance of winning, so they're just going to have fun with the press conferences like that. Like, we're going to have all these sayings, you know what I mean? Like. I even go back to Sandusky's lawyer when he knew, like, listen, you're going to jail. This is happening. And so if you want to do an interview with Bob Costas, go for it. Who cares?
It's not going to come out well. Tej in the chat saying, yeah, I think I retweeted this clip, but Chauncey Billups last night after the Portland game, and I was on the Blazers +4. Thanks for blowing that game, Chauncey. They pushed, but he was talking about the end of game situations. He said, hey, they're going to press us, but he's like, I'm not cracking under the pressure. I, do X, Y, and Z and let the chips fall where they may.
Yeah, let the chips fall where they may.
I will
such
say,
a good line.
Someone who thinks that they're a good gambler, probably. I mean, there is. I would say most people that I know that are good gamblers or poker players have that mindset.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? You like, I'm going to be able to out mental you.
You got to take into your life. That's how you got there to begin with.
Yeah, he did that on the court too.
Rolling a little risk. Yeah, absolutely. And I think, listen, you either, like you were saying outside, Kramer, just lean fully into the gambling. You can't get half pregnant here.
Yeah.
You know, put it on the uniforms. Let's see what these players are betting. Put that on a jumbotron. That on you never would have took Portland if you knew Chauncey was on the other side last night there, even though you got the push for you. I mean, put it up. I don't care about their minutes and their points. Let me say, okay, Rozier's got the under and assists here, there. We're going to put that. Just have them bet. Let them bet. Just let's see what they are.
Well, we are about to see a absolutely ridiculous response to this, though.
Yeah,
I'll make that prediction because you can't just realize that people are going to do stupid shit. You're going to have to do all this dumb shit. It's going to. I would imagine that if you are someone that loves to bet NBA props, they're going to do something to piss you off at some point in the near future.
Yeah.
They're going to make some sort of like, look, we're the victims. We're the sports book. Look, we're going to help fix this problem. Here's what we're going to do. We're only going to offer overs. And it's like,
yeah, that's no fun.
I mean, CJ had this idea.
Overs are fun, but yes,
but you
no fun offering. You got to
but you have to offer both sides.
Right.
And this is going to open the door to them offering way more one-sided bets because they don't want fixing. And at least you can at least sell me on the idea that if you're a boxer can bet on himself. Legally, a boxer can bet on him. I don't know if that's true in every state, but in Nevada, a boxer can bet on himself. He cannot bet against himself. That feels like a fair rule.
No, that's insane.
What do you mean?
Players should not be able to bet on the sport they're playing in any capacity.
But if you were
to
an
win,
you want an over or a win
to win, bet on themselves.
It's already a non-serious sport.
Boxers at 100% should be because they're putting their lives on the line.
Boxers, it's one-on-one. There's not other people involved.
But if you're betting to win, like Pete Rose, always bet to win.
Yeah.
Always bet
I don't think
John's real uptight about it.
I know.
No,
wow.
I think you can't.
Party attorney general over here.
Is he no props?
I think
cancel all the props.
Oh, and then I fall for all the rage bait of like Mike Florio. They should not be allowing props, and I'm like, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
And then that's how he builds his whole brand is people getting enraged at him.
But I was saying,
I fall for it every time.
I said when we were talking about gambling on the jerseys, it was in the context of like, look at Europe. They've had this shit legal for a long time. The sports, they have gambling scandals because they'll always exist.
Yeah.
But the gambling companies are on the fucking jerseys. You can bet in any corner. You can bet on anything over there prop wise. So so we're at the very beginning of that, which means we're going to see some ridiculous. I'm just happy I'm happy it's happening to the NBA and not the NFL. Imagine if they took away first touchdowns.
That would be
because they some horrible. Dude was somehow.
That would be
Harbaugh was fixing the first touchdown.
Why do you even put that out there? Why do you even put that out there? All right, now that we've discussed how prop betting is fixed, let's get to our favorite prop bets for NFL Week 8.
Props,
but not NFL. You can't fix the NFL. Kramer,
would you like me to start?
Sure, fire off one.
I'm just gonna keep running it back. Rhamondre Stevenson under 52.5 rushing yards. I don't know where they're coming up with this number. Again, bet your props early. I don't know where they're coming up with this number. He has, well, first of all, the Browns have been great against the running backs. I've played this pretty much every week. We did somehow lose with Otton last week. Yeah, well, that's
he broke off one long run, and that's really that's how you get screwed. But that's not really Rhamondre's game.
But Rhamondre has only gone over this number twice this year, back against the Miami Dolphins in week 2 and last week where he needed 18 carries to get to 88 yards and a touchdown. They're going against the Browns.
Yeah,
they're not going to be able to do that.
They don't really care to run the ball.
And you look at his workload the other games, 7, 4, 9, 7, 13. And he had a game where he had 13 carries and 18 yards. Let's think about that for a second. That's on the table. 13 carries, 18 yards. Under Rhamondre. Keep riding the Browns defense. At least their run defense.
This will be the game Trayvon goes off for no reason. Against the Browns defense.
His total is 18.5 yards.
Trayvon?
Yeah, 18.5 rushing yards.
That's too high.
It's too high.
Really
what did he do?
It's amazing.
He did something. He did. You know what he did when Vrabel asked him if he would cut off his dick to win the Super Bowl?
He said, "No,
hell
thanks."
no.
Nah, he said, "Hell
Fuck
no."
off.
These young kids.
Did Vrabel not watch the preseason? I don't understand.
Yeah, he looked so good in the preseason. Well, he hasn't. I mean, the carries he's had, he hasn't done much. He hasn't looked good either. But you got to give him a little more work. I don't know why him sticking with Rhamondre doesn't make any sense. But the Pats are rolling. So, CJ, what do you got?
All right. Well,
he's got a whole clipboard full of them.
no, of course, got the clipboard full of plays.
Sharp plays.
Sharp plays as well. And by the way, I do have to check the clipboard. Is getting a little damaged
Oh, no.
here.
No, what? How did that?
I know.
That feels now it's an
Well,
actual weapon.
looks like
Clipboards are supposed to be smashed out of frustration.
Now, if you brought that to TSA,
Yeah.
they probably think you are trying to.
I know.
Cut someone's head
It's going to
off or
have to be
something.
replaced, though. It's a shame because I do have the what's her face's daughter look here. I expect her to, when she Ursay's daughter, she's on the sideline.
Yes.
She takes the notes, listens to every play, does eye rolls some of the play calls. Perfect. I love her.
I mean, she is calling great games.
Yeah, she is. No, she's
We've
amazing.
been crediting Steichen, but
I love her.
She's
so
the real
much.
genius behind the play calling.
And she is a vibe, as the kids say.
This is what Jordan sees herself becoming. That's gonna the role she's gonna grow into.
Yeah, but she's not about that life. Jordan's cosplaying. This Ursay is about that life.
She's locked in.
Yeah, 100%. I'm gonna go to this Bills Carolina game.
oh,
I like the game a lot. I think it's gonna be a lot of action both sides of the ball there. I'm not talking about the sides here, but I'm looking at Khalil Shakir. Leads the Bills in yards per route run versus zone defense. 2.1. No, Keon's next at 1.4. Palmer's left 1.3. Now, if you go man to man, that flips completely. Shakir goes down to 0.9, and everyone else and Keon bumps up to 3. Why is that important? Because Carolina is the zone heaviest team in the NFL at 81.6% of the time do they run zone. This is going to be a huge Khalil Shakir game. It's 46.5 receiving yards. The latter wasn't juicy enough, so we'll just go higher over whatever the legal parameters say, then 46.5 receiving yards for Khalil Shakir.
all right. I mean, they're going to be trailing as well, so there's going to be a lot of opportunities.
Game script will be up tempo for sure.
For the
I know. It is a square Buffalo pleb. I'm surrounded by sharps in my business here.
Yeah.
On every show, I've heard nothing but how it's Carolina at home. It's just
when you're in the gambling space, it's interesting because there's the gambling public as a whole, but then there's the gambling ecosystem where you listen to stuff, you read social media, you read articles. So in your mind, it's like everyone's on Carolina, but then you look at the bet splits and maybe I don't know. I
don't care
know
about the bet splits. This is personal for me. This game is absolutely personal for me here with the Bills. I have other Carolina plays. I think Carolina will do well as well. I know. I mean, I'm going against the redheaded god of Andy Dalton and everything. But the Bills will come out of the bye. And the Carolina defense is still bad. I don't want to hear how they're improving because they held Justin Fields to 6 points. This defense still stinks. The Bills will score 35 points.
According to the Green Book,
Mhm.
82% of the handle and 79% of the bets are on the Bills.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeehaw.
I'm saying the bets that come in now are not the bets I'm concerned about.
Oh,
That's not my public.
Yeah, the Sunday
That's your public.
Sunday on the
Sunday
shitter, put
morning.
together your parlay.
All that did was back up my numbers. 75% of the sharps get in early on this number, and
Well, I was gonna say at the Circa, 84% of the bets on the Bills, but only 53% of the handle.
Oh.
Ooh. Sharp money on the Panthers.
Let's stay in this game and let's talk about our boy Xavier Legette. Over 32.5 receiving yards. It's coming off a game where he had 9 for 92. And why is that? Well, his good buddy Andy Dalton is now the quarterback. He had a bunch of big games with Dalton in there. Andy Dalton had 8 dropbacks when he came in relief. 4 of those throws went to Xavier Legette. He's got good chemistry with Legette. Legette's confidence is through the roof. Xavier Legette over 32.5 receiving yards.
I feel like you'd borrowed my glasses
no.
during rehearsal.
Oh, no, wait,
during
what?
rehearsal here.
I thought you were
5 of his 7 targets. Yes, it did go to Xavier.
Whoa.
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
This is off the top.
Plenty of room.
I assumed you were on Bill stuff. I didn't even think.
I like both sides for sure. I love Xavier Legette this week, by the way. I mean,
It's getting hot in here.
No, that's fine.
It's getting very hot.
I'm commending your play.
I thought we were,
but now I'm protecting my plays. I'm going back to protecting my plays.
I thought we were off Xavier Legette Island, and I thought it was going to be a pioneer hopping back on it. I didn't think there would be other.
No, he's back in. And during Buy Mageddon for fantasy, he's in one of my lineups as a half out of necessary. But yeah, he had 5 of Dalton's 7 targets went to Xavier Legette.
Crazy. Hey, if you're looking to get down on some of these props, fade them, tail them, whatever, head over to mybookie.ag. Promo code SGPN. You get a 100% bet back bonus up to $500. Terms and conditions do apply. Hit that SGP button. Doesn't stand for Sports Gambling Podcast in this case, but same game parlays. I mean, the amount of the menu that my bookie has right now, props wise, it's crazy. It's crazy. This is where I was playing my Dalton Schultz receptions. That was on a nice roll there. There's just a bunch of, and Ryan, as a guy who shops first touchdown prices, well, they are super competitive in the market.
I think it's also that they offer their own local props, and then in the SGP or whatever, the same game parlay, they have the like outsourced prop builder. You want to find the outsourced the outsourced prop builder it's very close to the blue book at almost at all
great
times.
Prices and a bonus play if you're watching live over on YouTube. CJ mentioned it. I know I already had him for first touchdown. You brought up the anytime touchdown price, CJ. Carson Wentz 11-1 anytime touchdown. Oh, we bet it over at my bookie. It's now down to 9-1. Wow. Still like it at 9-1. But again, lots of fun action over at mybookie.ag. Promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by No Vig. No Vig's great because who loves Vig? Nobody. Vig. You want to pay Vig? Forget about it.
No Vig about it.
Vig.
I don't mind a little Vig.
Well, you're putting good Italian Americans out of business with no Vig. How are we supposed to feed our families, CJ?
Yeah, we got to work the underground poker scene now to get our money back. We got to squeeze Chauncey Billups.
The funniest part about that whole story is that Chauncey Billups was the bait.
Yeah.
Like if you got a chance to play with Chauncey Billups.
Amazing.
Wait, okay.
They're luring in tourists to play games with Deontay Porter.
Maybe, yeah, sure. If it's LeBron, right. I'm interested. But no offense, Chauncey Billups. If we were hanging out, yeah, sure, and let's play some poker. But I'm not. If I was like if I was a whale,
right? If you're a whale
gambler, think of all the celebrities and athletes you could meet, and they're like, oh, Chauncey Billups. That's the guy that's going to move the needle.
Well, I think that's how they
NBA
sell.
champion.
They sell. You get to play with an NBA champion.
Yep.
Yeah.
NBA coach, and he's terrible at cards. So that's the only way you can sell. Like you're going to make money. Well,
it feels like a celebrity golfing thing where you're going to be paired up with an NBA celebrity, Charles Barkley, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird. They're all at this event, and then you get there, and Chauncey Billups is at your tee box. But again, no Vig, less Vig. Who wants to pay for Vig? I don't. Spend $5 to get $50. Download the No Vig app. Use the promo code SGPN. Available in 35+ states, including Florida, Texas, and California. Download the No Vig app today and use that promo code SGPN. Kramer, let's fire out another prop.
Dare I stay in that same game?
Sure.
I mean, you mentioned the zone coverage stuff. That also works. That game works for Dalton Kincaid as well. His receiving number is 37.5. As you, I don't think we've actually mentioned on this show yet, National Tight End Day. Or what? I mean, these hallmark holidays for the players. I mean, you want to talk about the player empowerment era? My God, we gotta. Oh, hey guys, they gotta drive National Tight End Day.
You gotta drive enrollment to Tight End University, right? Come on,
that's fine. It's just come on, we're getting a little too close to the edge. Carolina also 32nd in DVOA to the tight end. This is a smash play. Dalton Kincaid is also coming back. They of course missed him. So coming off the bye, I know he's limited in practice. My sources tell me he's playing over 30. 7.5 receiving yards.
Yeah, as someone who's on Carolina, the Dalton Kincaid return, Dalton Kincaid getting going. Obviously, it's a big part of the passing game. That is a concern. Certainly.
Huge.
Yeah.
But I also think, like CJ highlighted, they have been better against these zone teams because their two best receivers are Kincaid and Shakir, and they work great against the zone. Their man beaters aren't exactly lighting the world on fire.
CJ, you got another prop for the folks here?
Yeah, I'll do to National Tight End Day. Traditional there, since I mean, right? I know. I mean, how many made-up holidays are these NFL guys gonna do? National Tight End Day, Breast Cancer Awareness. I mean, we get it, NFL.
Yeah.
You're making things up. Fine.
Ass and tits. We get it.
All right, understandable. Tough spot game, banged up team, Tampa Bay. I'm gonna go with Cade Otton down there. Tampa Bay, obviously Evans.
Like it.
Concussion and collarbone, absolutely awful. Godwin out, Ibuka banged up. When he was without Tampa Bay was without Evans last year, of course, weeks 8 through 10, I believe it was. Cade Otton had 39 targets, 3 touchdowns, in 3 of his games. He had 3 of the 4 games. He had 4 games. 3 of the 4 games, he had 75 yards more. 102 was his top, by the way. Baker goes to Cade when he's the one he trusts.
You saw it in the game when they were doing the hurry up.
Last week, 7 catches for 65 yards on 9 targets.
Yeah,
and the O line is banged up. He averages 5.5 yards per depth of target. So he does the underneath when he's in under pressure. The Saints are 21st in yards per route to tight ends. 4.5 catches is plus 120, which I don't mind. He had 7 last week. 39.5 is his yards. I'm going to go with receptions because it's a nice juicy plus money there. Over 4.5 receptions for Cade Otton on National Tight End Day. Baker's going to need someone to trust, and it's going to be Cade all day.
Love it.
Yeah, he's gone over that yardage number the last 3 weeks. I'll also be on this.
Yeah, Cade, great play there. I'm going to head over to the Philadelphia Eagles game versus the New York Giants. Jalen Hurts, they say he can't throw the ball. Obviously, they're wrong, coming off a perfect passing performance on the road against a very good passing defense in the Vikings. Give me Jalen Hurts over 205.5 passing yards. This is insultingly low. He's 4-1 to the over last 5 games. And I think the Eagles have struggled to run the ball, and their success in the offense has come through the passing game. Giants are allowing 245.3 yards per game, and Jalen Hurts, his last 3 games, has averaged 296 yards passing. So I think he's going to be able to. And Giants lead the league in passing yards given up to the receivers. They have some issues in their secondary, so give me Jalen Hurts over 205.5 passing yards.
Is AJ Brown playing?
I thought he was. I still think he is, but him not practicing today, slightly more worrisome. I'm still projecting he's playing, but yeah, we'll see. I mean, the fact that he didn't aggravate it, this to me still reads like maintenance from his previous issue.
Okay,
but we'll see. We'll see. Stay tuned. Good reason to tune into the pregame.
How did he look today in street clothes, Ryan?
He was wearing capri pants. It was very embarrassing.
Those are not capri pants. You're making yourself look
very
foolish.
embarrassing. It's very embarrassing.
Bring it up. On
it's not. There's not.
But did he have a smile on his face?
He looked happy, but he was not wearing football clothes.
Right, street clothes, and you thought they were capris, like
yeah.
He looked like he was
Mike McDaniel style.
Nah, he looked like he was gonna go fishing in like a river or something like that. Wanted to make sure his pants didn't get wet.
What do you mean he's not wearing football clothes? He's wearing his jersey. It has 11 on it, and he's wearing football pants.
Yeah, without pads. That's not football clothes.
Okay,
that's the new style. People don't wear pads.
This looks football clothes.
People don't wear leg pads
for practice.
That's full uniform.
Those
are football pants. What are you talking about?
Ridiculous.
You're insane. It's a reach, Ryan, but enjoy.
That's not football clothes. You made fun of Mike McDaniel for wearing the same thing.
100%. Those pants are totally different.
They're basically wearing the same. And Aaron Glenn, they're wearing the same thing.
No, they're not.
It's a troubling look for a locker. That could mean maybe he's happy because he's been traded. That'll come to roost.
Wow. No, the show took a turn.
Anyway, but the Giants do have some back end guys out, so probably a good. Assuming AJ Brown plays, decent angle.
Well, you and the Cowboys fan are enjoying your AJ Brown made up Capri angle.
What do you mean?
No, DJ and Dan in the chat. He's also saying AJ Brown got his capris tailored for Sunday. I'm no fashionista, but those are obviously not capris.
All right, yeah, please let me know if you think they're capris or not. Slide into my DMs. I can't wait to read them all.
Can have his own conversation.
My favorite thing to do is on Saturday morning when we're flying back from the circuit at 6:30 a.m. in the back of a dark Southwest plane, just reading the DMs, loading up on information, all the sources. So let me know. Let me know. And don't.
That's quite a picture you painted.
Don't let me know if you disagree with me. Only let me know if you agree with
Getting
me.
ready for that rear exit. That rear exit. By the way, that's why you're in the back.
The best is when the flight attendants don't know about it. And they're like, "Why are you coming back here?"
Yes.
Oh, it's Burbank. That's right.
Yeah. Take that nonsense to Phoenix.
I mean, Burbank's the best. Sean and I were watching the video on the renovation.
Very distracting. I was trying to get my prop sheet together here. Maybe that's why I doubled up on the Xavier. And you guys are playing full blast volumes of Burbank Airport construction videos, breaking down the analysis of which entrance is that's going to slow our route down by 3 minutes. Is this as long as this painting's up there?
This is our heist, like the Louvre Crown Jewels, getting in and out of the airport in the least amount of time.
We are going to lose our backdoor entrance.
That will be disappointing.
Terrible.
But hopefully the new one's better than the old one. All right. Let's see. So we've each given out 2.
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
I think Sean's giving out 3.
Sean's given out.
I've given out 2. I've given out Jalen Hurts and Xavier Legette. Kramer, you're up for prop number 3.
All right. It is National Tight End Awareness Day, and I'm going to fade a tight end. I'm going to put as the number one thing I've read on the internet today as I've been trolling around looking for information was, did you see what George Kittle did last National Tight End Day? Have you seen it? He went for like 6 catches and 140 yards and got into the end zone. Very, very public side.
Wow.
What did I read George Kittle talk about this week? How stoked he was to be back blocking on the line, talking about some offensive line stuff. He didn't run a lot of routes. He didn't get that involved last week because why? They needed him in the run game.
He was good.
Now move ahead to this week where they're going to continue to need him in the run game. Now, I think if you want to get into the tight end angle, him finding the end zone still on the table, but I'm going under 54.5 receiving yards. Houston's been great against the tight end. They're second in DVOA to the tight end. They've given up an average of 4.5 catches for 37 yards, and only Brenton Strange went over this number. And so, yeah, we're fading George Kittle
on tight end day, Ryan.
I think you can take him to get in the end zone where his anytime price is very disrespectful 2-1.
That is crazy.
But I'm. This is a volume play. I think they're going to keep him in. You saw that. I mean.
He had 0 catches last week, right? I think he had 0 catches. No, I think it was 0 because he was pure blocking. I mean, he ran some routes, but I don't think he had.
Yeah, let's see. He had 2 targets, 0 catches.
Yeah,
and so maybe they completely shocked the world, but it sounds like they were pleased with what it brought to the offensive line and the running game. So, and they did win the game.
They did.
George Kittle team.
No, I mean his blocking was great. That was the first time San Francisco was running all year. And
so
McCaffrey even looks spry.
Yeah, McCaffrey said positive things. The O-line said positive things. So we're gonna take an under on tight end day, even though I will condone a anytime touchdown on him. Stay tuned till later.
Nice. I was gonna go under Christian McCaffrey's longest rush. Actually, I don't think he's broke one over 15.5 all year.
It does feel like he's due.
He is due, and Kittle's and that whole Kittle angle kind of changed it for me. He did look spry, so I got off that. Now I'm going to go over longest rush to the game we were talking about earlier, Philadelphia, New York Giants. This is a dealer's choice. I mean, there's so many great longest rushes in this game. I mean, you got your Jalen Hurts at 12.5, Dart at 12.5, even Scatterbo at 13.5. But talk about a guy who's due for the longest rush for a man who hasn't broken one yet all year. Ultimate revenge game. Everyone's talking about the aerial attack. This is when it's going to happen. If it doesn't happen here, it's not going to happen. Saquon Barkley.
Oh, let's go.
Longest rush, 16.5 yards. he likes doing it against the Giants. He has been close to springing a few. If they will stick to it, which they will, and game script will be happening because the Eagles will be cementing a victory out towards in the second half. And he actually said this last year. He likes to set his long runs up by not intentionally not popping them in the first half, by knowing they'll be more worn down in the fourth quarter. When that one little gap, they'll be closer, and then he can spring it out for the fourth quarter. Problem this year is we haven't got to that point where they've been running the ball in the second half. This will be the week. Saquon Barkley, higher than 16.5 longest rushing yards. Let's go.
Yeah, he's due to break a long one. Love it. And last time they played, he started off with like 2 pretty long runs, and they just never got back to it.
Right.
For me, Kramer, you locked up the Denver Broncos. I'm going to go to that game. Cortland Sutton over 58.5 receiving yards. He's the only one that's been really efficient in their passing offense and just in general. You can still throw on this Dallas secondary. 5-2 to the over. Cortland Sutton, even though Bo Nix has not been playing great and the passing game has not been lighting it up, they're going to be able to throw on this Dallas Cowboys team. And there's certainly a game script where Dallas is keeping up with them on the offensive side. So Cortland Sutton over 58.5 receiving yards. He's got 4-1 to the over his last 5-2 so far this season. He's their guy. I would be very surprised if he doesn't get to 60 yards here.
He's on the thumbnail.
Yeah, I mean, he's a dog.
Which shout out to Jake. Jake. That's all Jake's. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but that's all Jake. So. We
gotta start tracking the thumbnail guys and see how they do for their plays.
Yeah, the thumbnail bet.
It's kind of like the NFL slot machine. Yeah.
Oh, sure. I like this. I think what we do, Sean, is we start making a paper ticket when possible. A paper ticket thumbnail bet.
I like that. That's fun.
Get Jake in on some action.
Kramer,
under the thumb. Gotta have a name for it.
Under my thumb.
So a little bit of a stack with Kittle because this was too good to be true. Again, the Niners. I mean, I don't know what everyone's expecting from this Niners team this week on the road against Houston, but 219.5 passing yards for Mac Jones. I think this is just based on his average being pretty high.
Wheel, man.
He had 100. What?
McCorkle?
He had 100. Well, because he's had a number of 270, 280, 300-yard games this year. But last week he had 152 against Seattle, and Houston is giving up 197 on average per week to the quarterback. And everything that CJ said about the running game, everything I said about Kittle blocking more, this seems like a very obvious situation.
Ricky Pearsall's still out, right?
Yeah, Ricky Pearsall. Also, this isn't the kind of game where they're going to be. Neither team is going to be chasing. Like it's going to be close because I don't think either team's going to be able to do a ton on the offensive side. So Mac Jones under 219.5 passing yards. A little bit of a stack with my tight end for tight end day.
Little Mac stack,
little anti stack, little hater stack.
Yeah, it's just a couple, like a double under stack.
CJ, what do you got?
I'm going to feed off your Cortland Sutton play here and go to that game and go with Bo Nix. Now, Bo Nix has not been great, obviously, this year, but something happened in that fourth quarter.
Yeah, he started running the ball.
Game. They started moving him as well, right? And he ran the ball, and something caught fire against that. Well, not to bring it up, that Giants defense there in the fourth quarter when they scored 33 fourth quarter points.
Ryan is not upset about the loss.
He shouldn't be. Absolutely. I mean, they knew what they're doing when you brought in a 38-year-old injured kicker into training camp. I mean,
how did they? And they
can't believe that didn't hold up.
They re-added the kicker to the practice squad. How does that guy ever be anywhere near your team facility again, Ryan?
Great question.
Yeah, but I'll say this, and this is obviously a little Adam tier. You might hear another about this play later on. Only Jalen Hurts in that Storm game to open up the season, and Jalen Daniels last week, who got injured mid-game, are the only quarterbacks not to have thrown 2 touchdown passes against this Dallas Cowboys defense. And Caleb Williams, if you add that, is the only one not to throw 3 touchdown passes.
That's crazy.
Against this Dallas defense.
Yeah, he's going to light it up.
Bo Nix, I could give out my over 1.5 passing touchdowns at -150, but what's the fun in that? Over 2.5 passing touchdowns is plus 265. 3 touchdown passes, Bo Nix, plus 265. When Caleb Williams is the only one who hasn't done it,
Yeah.
other than Hurts and Daniels. What are we talking about here? I mean, I'm not giving out a -150 play. I'm going right to the +265. 3 touchdown passes. Bo
Don't
Nix.
stop believing.
Yeah, I like that play. I mean, that doesn't that, especially because they really, Bo Nix was bad. The failure on the Giants was like Bo Nix was bad under pressure. And then I think the numbers also say that he's bad when he's being pressured, and when he's not, he's good. And Dallas can't pressure you,
Right.
so I think he's good. I do think I like. Well, again, stay tuned to later in the show.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, sure. Bo Nix should be fine.
This one is just, they cannot make this number high enough. Bijan Robinson over 123.5 rushing receiving yards combined. First point, the Dolphins are horrible. They're number 1 in most rush yards given up to the running back. Number 5 in most receiving yards given up to the running back. We saw how good Bijan looks at home against teams that are horrible against the running back. Look at that Monday night game. He's going to have another 200 yards combined. And maybe it's a screen pass. Maybe it's a long run. I don't know what it is. This Dolphins team is not excited to tackle Bijan Robinson at home. And then you have Michael Penix slightly banged up. You have Tyler Algier banged up. It is just Darnell Mooney is dealing with the hamstring. It's just going to be a heavy Bijan day. The Dolphins are averaging 169 yards per game, given up rushing, receiving to the running back, and they haven't played anyone like Bijan Robinson yet. This is just, you can't make this high.
Let me read a quote from you, courtesy of Coach Speak Index. We want Bijan to play as much as we can. We want to give him the ball as much as we can, but not at the expense of taking away some of Tyler Algier's stuff.
The coaches have a soft spot in their heart for Tyler Algier.
But,
I don't know what it is.
It does seem like, kind of reading. And by the way, I got eyes on Penix. He does look fine to me. Just him moving around, him jogging in practice. I don't think. Whatever his injury is, no longer super concerned.
And I would say both for and against Michael Penix, he is not super mobile in the pocket. That's what he struggled. He struggled moving off his spot. So
it's not his game.
That's not his game, and that's when he struggled so far. Is when he's been pressured and he has to move around. He has like some of the worst advanced numbers and getting moved off his spot. So the fact if he is super stationary, I don't think it hurts what does work for Michael Penix at home in a dome and against a bad defense.
Shockingly too, Miami is horrible with those wide passes to Bijan.
Yeah,
the ones they run themselves with Otton.
I do not see how it's.
It does seem like Bijan could have a massive game.
Connor in the chat saying, "Man in the box, high on that Bocane."
Ooh,
that's why he's putting on the shades.
Like
shades, yeah. Well, right. It's my X-rays, Bocane shades. Bocane's great.
It's been a good couple of days with the nicknames. We had 2 sprains last night.
Oh yeah,
a couple nights ago for Carson Wentz.
Someone nicknamed Carson Wentz 2 sprains.
Oh,
I think it was DJ and Dan.
That's so funny. That's hilarious.
Amazing.
Yes.
Where are we at?
CJ?
Me?
Oh,
We're number 5, right?
I've given 4.
You giving 4?
I've given 4.
I think I've given 4.
Oh, so I'm up.
Yeah, I think you're up. No, it doesn't matter.
I have a couple options here, but in the end,
we get to choose.
No.
Right.
Well, actually, sure. Do you want? I have 2 smaller options. One tight end theme that may shock you. One
that you must hear.
One won't shock you at all. And then one that is too. If you don't choose it, the audience will hate you forever.
Ryan's talking to us like an AI generated YouTube title. What I am about to say will change your mind.
I survived a plane crash, and I came out with this tight end.
Right, you know what?
This piece of information I will give you will lead to millions of dollars won.
I was gonna save this for the Veasan show, but fuck it.
Oh wow!
I already got down on it.
Now we're gonna treat. This is another trick they do.
This is in my pocket. I had to go out of state. Believe it's ESPN bet. Yes, ESPN bet. Plus 1,600. I'm giving my 5th prod is a plus 1,600.
Wow.
Devin Neal anytime. This is no different than when we had our Bam Knight situation. Even last week, if you watched Veasan, I gave out Daniel Bellinger. very confident it was 15-1. Devin Neal, Kendre Miller out. Alvin Kamara is on his retirement tour and not working. He's not looking to get bell cow carries. Devin Neal will be given an opportunity to score. I know it's against the Bucks. It's a little trickier, but Devin Neal at 16-1 is insane.
You trade Alvin Kamara after this week, and the man in the box will be coming up in these best ball streets. I'll tell you that. I have Devin Neal shares all over the zone.
I will. Yeah, this might be. And I'll cooperate this with the man in the box, but this may be the greatest. And I've already hit a 15-1 anytime. Yeah. I've already hit a 10-1 anytime this season. This may be the greatest bet I've ever given.
This is an insane price. 16-1 anytime for Devin Neal, who will be on the field. He's already on the field.
Yeah, I mean, a guy who's getting carries, it's like the Bam Knight angle, right?
Right.
If you're getting 16-1, yeah, certainly you still have to get a little lucky that they score a touchdown and that he's in there. But they're not locked in on Kamara, and he's not a bell cow back anymore. Good angle, Kramer.
Quote, ready for dream opportunity.
All right, my fifth prop, not as exciting as a 16-1, but it is an under. Give me a Quinshon Judkins under 69.5 rushing yards. I know we've been a big fan overall, but the Pats' rush defense has actually been really pretty good here. They've only allowed 413 yards to the running back in 7 games, and I think game script wise, yeah, you can give it to Judkins, but I think they're gonna dare the Browns to throw on them, and they're gonna put not 11 guys in the box, 10 guys in the box. They're not scared of Dylan Gabriel. The Browns are gonna be playing from behind. I think once they open up the props for the Fannin, I know we're waiting on the Njoku injury news, so they're not opening up the Fannin stuff. CJ, you were talking about Fannin. Like, I think those are the guys that are gonna have success for the Browns. I just can't imagine they're gonna let Judkins, the one guy that could maybe beat him. But even last week against the Dolphins, he got there touchdown wise. He had 25 carries. He was not super efficient. So give me the under on Judkins, 69.5 rushing yards.
Yep. 3 touchdowns, 25 carries. And I think, what do you have? 89 yards or 80 yards?
A little bit weird.
Yeah. It was a bit bizarre. I don't know if he got there with yards wise.
I mean, he gets there if it's not a blowout.
Cause I know Kramer sharped me last week on the prop. I want yards. He said he's going to go carries. And the carries definitely got there. So congratulations.
I did feel bad about that.
I know, it was amazing. I couldn't believe it when I saw the numbers. All I'm seeing is 40-yard touchdown runs and breakoffs. How's he not get to the damn number? And the weather, the weather was what the weather was.
What are you gonna do?
I know what I'm gonna do. I tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to these Bears game. Go to the Ravens. A guy who was on fire to open up the season, and he has been dead the last couple of weeks, but it's only because the Bears really haven't been throwing that much. Rome Odunze. Rome was not built in Odunze, if you will.
Now, is he involved in the illegal poker scheme? Odunze. That's a great Italian name.
Odunze, get yourself something a little nice for yourself. But don't come back around.
A little taste. We all gotta eat.
You focus on the Bears. We're all rooting for you back here.
We're all rooting for you.
He's still separating well, Odunze. If you look at his targets per route run versus average separation score, he's got like a .0125, which puts him in the top 10 over the last couple of weeks. So the Bears are just throwing less to him. Ravens secondary still banged up. I know the defense improved a little bit. I know a bye week isn't just going to magically heal all these injuries like people assume is going to happen. This Ravens defense is still bad. Odunze still in the field for over 94% of the snaps, and per route run, he's over 5.4. He's got a reasonable 60.5 prop here to hit his over for yards against the Ravens, and I believe game script they will be throwing the ball and having to catch up because I do believe Baltimore should have a decent game against them. Comes back to Rome Odunze, number 1 receiver. Give me over 60.5 yards, Rome.
I like that as well.
All righty.
Ravens, by the way, giving up the second most yards to wide receivers.
Yeah, no, I CJ, what do you think? Ravens or Bears?
I'm on the Ravens there because I noticed I was just in Chicago hearing these Bears fans. They're 2 in. They fall for the same trick every single time.
No.
Listen, I like this Bears team. They're a mid team though. Their point differential is negative. Somehow they're 5. They're like, we should be 6-1 if we didn't lose to Minnesota. Yeah, you also could have lost to Vegas and Washington very easily. They're very turnover lucky. Ravens have not have any turnovers. So if that comes anywhere near the middle, I think this is a classic. This is a classic get right. I mean, if the Ravens don't win this game, when are they going to win?
Our favorite Indiana fan pointed out to me, Sean, that the Bears have scored 21 points in every game. Only NFL team to do so.
Yeah, and they've got 4 turnovers a game because it's the as someone called it the other day, the Denaissance, which is the Dennis Allen Renaissance going on in Chicago.
Great term there.
Doesn't feel believable.
So I heard that on my ball. No, it does not believable. This is not sustainable. This is a great game for them to lose.
Let's put together a little underdog entry. Of course, Underdog Fantasy. Use that promo code SGPN, where you can play $5, get $100 in bonus funds, win up to 5,000 extra money. And Underdog offering prediction markets in certain states. Of course, use our promo code SGPN so they know we sent you, and so you get those bonus funds. Kramer, what is your what are you suggesting for the Underdog entry?
Let's see. Do we want? Maybe I'll grab something that didn't quite make the cut.
Okay.
Or do we just play something on?
Go from the cutting room floor. What happened?
I mean, they're still doing it with Rico Dowdle. I know I was talking about an over for Kincaid, but I like the higher for Dowdle's rushing yards. I mean, what are we doing here? It's 48.5.
That's crazy. Against the Bills defense.
He's motivated still, I think.
He got 17 carries last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, even in the split workload, he's still getting 17 carries.
Bills are dreadful against the run at this point, and maybe they're coming off the bye, but I'm not I'll need to see it before I believe it. And he's just looked good. They're getting Damian Lewis back, the guard. So let's
I think they're going to be able to pound the rock. Rico Dowdle higher, 48.5 rushing yards. CJ,
we can do spicy too if we want.
I couldn't find any great numbers. What's a Jamar Chase, either reception or anytime? The way Flacco talks about him, like Chase is calling the plays in the huddle.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing you the ball.
Well,
whatever he says, sir. He actually called him sir. Whatever you say, sir, you will get the ball. I mean, 16 catches is 16 catches. I mean,
so you can take 89.5 receiving yards, 10.5 targets.
All right. Ooh, targets is nice.
Yeah, that's automatic.
Right.
Targets is spicy.
Yeah, I like targets.
Yeah, it's a little spicy too. Should we take targets?
Yeah, it's fun.
10.5 targets. Okay.
I like trust numbers. I like looks. I like targets. I like rushing attempts.
I'm with you. Flacco made it very clear.
Right.
He's got two really good receivers. He's going to throw them the ball.
That's what he's in town for. Hey, that's what the job requires. That's what he talks like. He's just a rambling man coming to town. Hey, I'm here for the job to throw to Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. I saw the ad in the paper. Oh yeah, your resume looks good, Mr. Flacco. Yeah, Sunday's good. I'll start, no problem.
Last guy was named Joe too. Don't even have to change.
Here, wear this Joe Cool badge.
You got his parking spot. Go for it.
Sean, you gonna play?
Yes, and I know Ryan's not 100% on board, but maybe I can sell CJ. Colston Loveland higher, 29.5 receiving yards. They're clearly been working to get him involved in the offense. Ravens aren't particularly good against the tight end, and Cole Kmet looks like he's going to be out, so that's huge.
The only thing I would push back on is the clearly trying to get him involved in the offense. He has like 10 targets all season.
But hasn't he? I feel like they've jumped up his workload the past couple games.
Oh, his last game, he had his best game.
But 4 targets, 3 catches, 24 yards. All right. Kramer doesn't want it. Let's step on the.
Baltimore's bad against the. I agree. Is Kmet really going to be out?
Right. Sounds like he's out.
So what are we doing? Loveland what?
Loveland higher 29.5 receiving yards.
I'm not going to pull it off the card. You know how annoying you'll be. If it hits,
I know that's why that would have been a free play.
Cole Kmet, I missed his back injury. Absolutely.
Targets.
All right, great play, Sean.
Rico Dowdle higher 48.5 rush yards.
Love it.
Let me update my ladder.
Put a little Bootober boost into it. Bootobes to it.
Throw in that Boostober if you got him. And of course, while we're talking fantasy projections, great place to get some free fantasy projections over on Rhythm. Download the Rhythm app today. Use the promo code SGPN25. Get you 25% off. You can build your own models, or if you're lazy, you can just tail their models, which I love doing. Some of their favorite props for the weekend already loaded up here. Always checking in on what Rhythm likes before firing, because it's good to have both a rhythm, data backed from AI scientists, nerds. Let them do all the number stuff, and you just stack the cash. Pat Fryermuth over 17.5 rushing yards. One of Rhythm's favorite prop. I don't know how you can go against any of the Steelers tight ends. The hard part is just choosing which one. But Rhythm likes Fryermuth over 17.5 receiving yards. Download the app today and use the promo code SGPN25 for 25% off. Kramer, what are you doing for your ladder?
For my ladder, so you talked about Loveland. Or I'm sorry, you talked about Cortland Sutton in that game. They've been quite bad to the slot, the Cowboys. Who runs the slot for Denver?
The slot. How's the slot?
Well, it's Troy Franklin. And so you
think
look
it's
at
a Troy Franklin get right game. He certainly gets a lot of targets.
He's coming off a game where he had 10 targets and only 3 catches.
Yeah.
So you also have that going for you. He's also in that band where his base level number is 30.5, which puts you in a range where you're going to be able to get something ridiculous like 15-1 for 100 yards. And so what I would do is I would work backwards from the 100-yard game, 15-1 to get 100 yards. I'm playing the even number, so 80. Plus 850, 60 is plus 370, and like I said, the base level is 30.5. So
love it.
Again, I would say that they've been bad against all types of receivers, but they've been especially bad against the slot receivers.
The slot. How's the slot?
Ryan, I'm getting live reports that you got roasted by the crew of Eason. Maybe they were Tim Murray and our boy Matty Humans busting your chops for
roasted. Hey chat, tell me more.
Cody, send in the full report. We may have to fire back.
Give me some more deets.
CJ, we'll save CJ's ladder for last. I'll give my ladder.
What could I have been roasted?
No, I would have hopped in there.
Oh, you want to go?
Yeah,
what do you got?
I
CJ?
do, only because it was already stepped on, and I want to rush to this humans roasting Kramer story as quick as possible. No, it's just something you brushed upon earlier, and it's Xavier Legette. I love his ladder. This is called a run it back ladder. All he's got to do is do what he did last week.
Yes,
which was catch 9 balls. Andy Dalton did lock in on him, and I think that touchdown kind of opened him up. And he had 9 catches on 11 targets. His ground floor, please get plus money for over 3.5 catches for Xavier Legette here. Dalton does have a connection with him, and it did happen again last year. So I think now's the only time you can springboard on him before the number gets away from you. 6 catches. We're gonna just already jump a few rungs here because we're talking to Xavier Legette, who is a new proud sponsor of Factor Meals, by the way, the next sponsor of ours, because he goes Carolina to eat good. I think it's all in. It's all.
The guy who said he eats raccoon.
Yeah.
Factor is like, this is our food endorsement guy.
I would get Xavier Legette Factor Meals. Actually, I would love the different street credence and critters coming in. Chef prepared, of course.
Great stuff.
6 catches is plus 431 for Xavier Legette. 7 catches, 910. 8 catches is plus 1740. And if Xavier Legette just does what he did last week, 9 catches is plus 3,700.
I love that for you, CJ.
Thank you.
That's the greatest Ryan dig. I love that for you.
Now I don't know,
not for me, but for you.
No,
I love
for
that
sure.
For
and then
I like the Xavier Legette.
Sure. No, I love it for you and for me.
And Carolina will be, of course, behind in this game a lot, and they will be coming. They are backdoor kings or queens. It depends on whatever the door song you listen to. Your backdoor man. Although I think Bryce Young is more of your backdoor style. That's why I kind of like the Bills more. Andy Dalton might lose with class, but they'll always be airing it out after Rico Dowdle, of course, gets his 50 yards rushing for us. I think we put the dirt on Xavier Legette too early.
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to say. He's only his second year.
The fantasy people like legitimately hated him and were like angry at him. Like, this guy sucks. So and then I was just like, I guess I'm wrong.
Yeah,
I thought he had some nice.
Yeah, you don't want to be on the wrong side of that
The fantasy,
angry mob.
The fantasy keyboard mafia was just
My
like
God.
trashing him so hard. And I was just like, yeah, I guess he's not doing anything. But now Andy Dalton's back and seems like he's got some mojo. CJ, you mentioned the run it back angle on tight end day. Why don't we run it back with a guy who just had 110 receiving yards against the team he's playing this week? Do you know who I'm?
He just had 110 receiving yards
Against the team he just played 2 weeks ago. Now they're playing this team again.
I was just gonna say, would he have a blasphemous first name? But he's still a great guy and a great man. All right.
Dallas Goddard receiving yards ladder. 70 yards is plus 298, 80 plus 447, 90 660, 100 receiving yards 1020, and 110 receiving yards like he had against the Giants 2 weeks ago 1520. The Giants do have secondary issues. There's a chance AJ Brown doesn't play. I still think AJ Brown probably plays, but this hamstring, maybe he's not super effective. So Dallas Goedert on National Tight End Day to have another big game against the Giants. 110 receiving yards pays you out 15-1.
Hey, and if you go back and watch that first game, there was a lot of yards left on the table for Dallas Goedert on plays where Jalen Hurts was trying to force feed petulant baby. Yeah.
And so
Goddard was open a lot.
I'm getting the report that Human said you were pitiful for your performance Monday. Howard seconded with he sucks. So I'm guessing
what was your Monday performance?
They're busting his chops for getting one first touchdown.
Yeah.
Oh, you get a first
this
touchdown.
Is what happens when everyone starts paying attention.
when
and Chalk comes in, right?
Yeah.
Who scored the first touchdown? JSN.
Gibbs.
Oh no, Gibbs.
Gibbs and JSN.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
I'm not gonna
No one's gonna.
Yeah,
no, Charbonnet.
Do we need to hold Charbonnet? Do we need to hold your hand, humans, to get you across a 5-1?
Well, it had the heat levels it's reached are
that's true.
Out of control to the point that it was on the big man Derek's radar.
I was making personal content. I mean, it's the closest I've ever been to.
We haven't watched. I've watched a little bit of the video that they Derek, Big Balls, and Kramer all tying one on after the show. Tried to make a promo video about the first touchdowns.
Come on,
I got to show it to you.
I was just trying to hang out. They were trying to make the promo.
He's like grabbing him. He's like, "Get in here, Kramer. Come on."
He's like, I gotta blow you up.
Oh my God!
Who you got first touchdown? And so
That's hilarious.
It was great. I got to. We got to rewatch this.
If you've ever been to the Secret Bar up in the high limit area of the circuit,
highly recommend.
There's a corner, like a nook, where you can barely stand.
Yeah.
And
Derek's got your corner.
Pulled all the way back there with him. Well, I mean, we're on top of each other at this point, and we're just having a conversation about the heater.
We got to get it. If you do have Veason on right now in the God's eye, we do have to rewind and
100%.
get that sound drop of humans calling Kramer pitiful.
Kramer's pitiful.
Even if it's sarcastic, that's a great sound.
I mean, I can just.
Of course, it's sarcastic. Obviously,
we can get that clip.
Yeah,
that'll be a good drop.
I say obviously sarcastic because if you don't know out there, fans, I mean, this entire Veason network absolutely gloss up on their knees for Kramer at his first touchdowns. It is sickening how much.
It's a nice glazing he's received.
It's incredible glazing. They just absolutely worship. I'm afraid that they're going to try to take him away from you, Sean, kind of like Jim Morrison in the Doors. Drop these losers. I got a first touchdown show for you here. Right, exactly.
All right, time for
I'm a degenerate.
A little degenerate bet. I'll start off here. It is tight end day, National Tight End Appreciation Day.
That's the only way to do it.
I'm obviously going in on it. This is I'm placing 5 guys to all get in the end zone, all tight ends, and I'm going to round robin them. So Jonnu Smith, Cade Otton, Dallas Goedert, Colston Loveland, and Hunter Henry, all to get in the end zone.
Love it.
Now this is I'm doing it by 2s, by 3s, by 4s, and by 5. I think that's 26 total bets. So very fun. The combinations. We get to 3, we should be profitable. 4, 5, obviously it's a smash. If we only get 2 right, I don't think we're going to be making money, but it'll you'll win back a little bit. Why are you shaking your head, Kramer?
No, I was saying you're like agreeing with you. 2, if you only get 2, you're definitely not getting your money back. I would imagine you would need to hit a number of 3s And then like what I always found when I was at my most degenerate and playing massive amounts of round robins every weekend, I found that it was often like wiser to skip levels. Like I would always play the twos because it just like the psychological element of winning.
Get a win.
And I would usually play the threes because of course those are realistic, but sometimes I would find those fours are just, wasted because you're either going to hit it all the way to the top. Having one variation of the four is missing out on that. Okay, I'm not too worried about it. So I would sometimes start saving money, like chopping off middle tier.
So cut some fours.
But because I'm doing a similar thing. It's tight end day. You have to do a tight end touchdown.
All right. What do you got?
So I have 6.
Okay.
Tyler Warren, Dallas Goddard, George Kittle, Dalton Kincaid, which by the way, a standalone, George Kittle is 2-1. Dalton Kincaid is plus 230. Mentioning that. Travis Kelce, because you can't, the Redwood is going to find the fucking end zone on tight end day. And late ad, because you're right, Cade Otton. So those 6, which this is where you can really get yourself into trouble. So it's how much fun do you want to have? If you all the way to the top, all 6 together is 312.
Wow.
I think I'm gonna round robin it, but I think I'm just gonna play the twos. So there's 15 bets right there. I'm gonna play the 15 variations of 2, and then I'm gonna play the 6.
The 2 and the 6.
I think I'm just gonna play
hard
the 2
2,
and the 6.
hard 6.
So
let's go.
2 by 4s, if you will. I know there's a lot of controversy. What was it 2 by 4? This is a BYE to the 4s, 2 by 4s. And did I hear Travis Kelce in there? Now is Monday officially
no,
National Tight End Day?
It's not a weekend. Maybe it is.
No, I'm saying it's tight end day. It's National Tight End weekend.
It's the weekend.
It's the football weekend. I'll say that. It's the NFL weekend, right? Or
plus the sweat to let it go to Monday.
That is a lot.
And since we learned last week,
that's also why I brought up. The door was open last week that there are no rules.
No rules.
It applied as soon as you go along. I mean, also congratulations for your great Dalton Schultz ladder that we didn't know was legal until you just moved the goalpost as the show went on. But that's fine. Understandable. Hey, winner's a winner. We love it when we love the hero.
So I figured I'd take advantage of this new loophole.
I know. See, I didn't know. That was my fault. Here I was.
Now, if you wanted to take Kelce off of it, I can tell you what that price would be.
No, I did not want to take Kelce off it. I was just wanting to question.
Okay, then I won't mention it.
Yeah, please don't. Yeah, don't even put that out there. Because what a great sweat that would be, and a great hate.
And
to come into Monday needing Kelce, yelling at Kelce, positive or negatively, it's just good for the soul.
And can we address?
Well, and Kelce is one of those guys where you could find the no on his touchdown. So I know you like to monetize your tickets, Ryan, and possibly hedge out of a
monetize the number.
Yeah.
Now, the 312-1. There's probably an opportunity there where I might look to. A tiny bit of monetization. I mean, five figure wins my rule.
Yeah,
that's when it's okay to do a little monetizing.
CJ, what do you got?
I have a 318-1.
Oh, let's go.
And it is. I would think
you waited for me to go and get the 312-1 just to tell me you got.
And I think this is a 2 by 4. Actually, it's one.
Yeah, it probably is because you know what a 2 by 4 is.
I doubt it is. It's a tight end.
Okay.
Who we have mentioned, Harold Fannin Jr.
Oh, yeah.
You can't get a yardage on him. But, of course, last week was affected by the weather. He still had 4 catches for 36 yards, and he still led the team in 83% snap rate. Route runs at 73.9. Target share, 27.8%. Is crazy. Njoku, yes, he is back. He looked a little spry in the video footage that Ryan showed
a little skin.
Showed a little skin.
He was showing a lot of skin.
It's like gut giant.
Yeah.
Showing a lot of skin.
Shaking around.
I still think he'll be limited. Doesn't matter. I don't care if he is in there. New England is 26 in target rate and 31st in yards per route to the tight end, by the way.
Do you want me to give you a projected number?
Sure.
I'm going to say last week his number closed at 40.5.
Right. Everyone was big on him last week.
I'd imagine it's somewhere in that same range.
So I would love the pound. We would be all over that.
Maybe a little, maybe 38.5
pound in there. But I'll just give him 2 touchdowns since all that I was allowed there. 30-1 is here for 2 touchdowns.
Okay.
For getting that game, and then we'll go with that's the 2, and then we'll go 4 touchdowns, thrown by previously mentioned Bo Nix.
Ooh.
At 4 touchdowns, you can get that. It was at plus 1050. It just came down to plus 930. I'll throw the 930 number in there because plus 930 plus 30 to 1 equals 318 to 1.
That is a 2x4.
That's a 2x4.
Heavy wood.
Heavy. Always lay the wood when it comes down to the DGen parlays.
Hell yeah.
Not a remember. They're not a 2x2.
No, not
two and
a
a
2x2. We all know what that is. We're 4 things right when it needs to happen. That's not how dimensions work. We understand.
2
that.
times 4.
This is a true hacksaw Jim Dunnigan 2x4.
So Harold, Bo Nix 4 touchdowns.
Bo Nix 4
Harold
passing
Fannin, 2
touchdowns. Harold Fannin Jr. 2 touchdowns.
Oh, that's a pretty parlay, CJ.
Thank
Nice
you.
work there, as always. Make sure you subscribe to the Bottom Line Bombs with CJ and new show 3 Generates.
Yes.
Over on CJ's channel there.
3 Generates with me, Hannibal Buress, and Kevin Bozeman. And if any fans out there can think of a different title, we've got a complaint from Hannibal. He thinks it's too common to degenerate. Like, you know, like you look online of the gambling sphere.
It's not.
It's a lot of clowns. Like, I'm DGNG. Here's an Avenger line with an like it's just insane.
There is a whole
how many variations of degenerates out there.
Well, there is a whole group of people who are maybe a little younger than us,
Right.
who have attempted to take the nomenclature and use it as like a branding.
Yes.
Of like, look at me, my DGen lifestyle.
Right.
But they say it funny. They say it like DGen.
Yeah,
You know?
DGen, exactly. Or like that guy.
So we need a new
the
name.
sound
We
boy.
need-
Yeah.
we need-
we
we
do
need-
need a new name. We got to get done in a week, and I'm glad he brought it up after I just got the logo made. But that's all right. You know what I mean? We can. We still have the template. We can change.
Yeah,
things.
yeah, you know.
We can change things.
There's something. We'll
Right.
figure it out. Maybe a pun on Three Stooges.
Yeah, something, anything that's not degenerate involved.
We got our VSiN show tomorrow night, 10 o'clock East, 7 o'clock Pacific, VSiN.com, YouTube TV, Sirius XM, channel 158, broadcasting live from the circuit. Of course, our pregame show, call in. Always enjoy hearing everyone's takes. We'll get some late last minute injury stuff. Any weather issues, we always toss out a bonus parlay as well. Ryan's first half parlay. It's a good time as always. And questions, comments, send them over on Spotify. Answering all of them over there. While you're there, toss us 5 stars, rating and review. Always appreciate that. And get the Saudi Arabia State T-shirts. They are in the merch store. And of course, as always,
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
for the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second the money green. He's Ryan
You just confused some people.
Kramer. Let it ride.